Counter-Strike's change to its reserve ammo is one of the biggest fundamental gameplay changes to the series in 25 years, and first reactions are mixed. What do you guys think about the reload changes?
It's bad.
Well, maybe you're bad. Not as bad as me, though. Alright, so here it is. Instead of reloading subtracting from a pool of ammo, reloading instead consumes one of only a few magazines. It's an interesting idea that opens the door to more decision-making and a higher skill ceiling. And honestly, I think the idea is a good fit for CS in particular, a game which puts an emphasis on realism. So then why are people so eager to see this change reverted? Well, CS is not a traditional live service game like Fortnite or whatever. People don't want sweeping changes to mechanics. Sure, you can add new maps or weapon skins, but that's it. Like, you wouldn't add a new move to chess, like pawns can now move backward or something, right?
Remember, pawns cannot move backwards.
CS players view their game in the same way. I think more than that, though, people just feel there's already enough split-second decision-making in the game. There's crosshair placement, angle checking, sound cues, spray patterns, play timing.
Timing couldn't be worse.
Utility, smoke setups, cache management. These are all things every player is thinking about during every round. Like professional players at the highest level burn timeouts to discuss these things.
We need a flashman, guys.
Yep,
They can get stressful and take a lot of brain processing power. Adding another thing to worry about, like whether or not to reload, drains focus from the other aspects of the game. That being said, I'm definitely in the give it a chance camp. I'm sure people will get used to the reload breakpoints. So let's set aside the brain processing argument for now and focus on objective gameplay changes. The magazine change seems to have the biggest impact on pistol rounds, which for me is a welcome change. Pistol rounds in CS are fun, but they're definitely one of the stalest parts of the game for me. They basically boil down to a glorified coin flip, where the winner usually gets an additional 2 round wins for free. And ever since the game went from best of 30 to best of 24, the pistol rounds have even more influence on the final outcome. So I was kinda hoping pistol rounds would be revisited and rebalanced. Unfortunately, the mag change seems to be a one-sided impact. On CT with the USP, I find myself and teammates having to pick up a second gun in the final moments of the round. But of course, the Ts can spam the Glock to their heart's content. And I hear you say, oh, just use a different pistol on CT. Well, the thing is, I hate the P2000, and I like armor. And, there it is. The change is big enough to impact the USP, but not big enough to unequip it. I understand the pistol balance will always be asymmetrical because, at the end of the day, the Ts still have to initiate, while the CTs just kind of lie there.
Yeah, don't move.
But I can understand why people are pissed off about this. For now, I think it's nice that pistol rounds feel kind of fresh and a little scrappy.
Nice. Super nice.
The more obvious impact is weapon balance. Rifles and SMGs are everyone's favorites.
I like the
and they're all made worse by these changes. But it's an interesting way to buff certain weapons too. For example, the regular M4 is often cast aside in favor of the M4A1S. Now that this version has 1 magazine fewer than the regular M4, that's one less encounter that rifle is able to commit to. And consider the following. What happens if your team is light on cash and your teammate plans on picking up your gun when you die? Well, suddenly that missing magazine hurts your teammate too. So the regular M4 is better in a 1 or 2 rifle eco situation because it has an extra magazine to share with a surviving teammate. Shotguns and heavy weapons are the big winners here. With the exception of the Mag 7, these weapons are completely unaffected by the new mechanic, which indirectly buffs them. I might even pull my M249 out of retirement. No, I'm not doing that. But still, it's nice that the least popular guns benefit the most from this change. Anecdotally, I've seen a lot of teammates choosing shotguns over SMGs during eco rounds. It's nice to see people experimenting. Personally, I will be keeping my eye on the CZ. This gun has gone through so many changes throughout the years. For a while, it used to be the perfect AWP companion. Then they slowed down the draw, turning it into a solo weapon. You would use it to get a single free kill, then discard the CZ for the downed enemy's weapon. But now, with 3 magazines to work with, I could see it as a super cheap eco gun in its own right. Alright, it's not a free kill, but I'm having fun. In fact, I've been trying out this CZ shotgun noob stumper combo. You keep out the CZ for the mid-range, then close the distance and swap to the shotgun to take out the other guy. Definitely excited to experiment with it some more. And if you're looking forward to more videos like this, liking, subscribing, and sharing helps me to grow. Huge thanks to my members on Patreon. You can sign up to access exclusive bonus videos and developer interviews. Or just join the Discord to hang out and get updates on new stuff. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.